Hello.
guys.
Welcome back.
Episode 3.
Trois.
Oh my god. I can't believe we're here.
I know we're already
This
at
is
episode
insane.
3.
And the
So
week went
fun.
by so quickly. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
it
we
did.
just did episode 2.
Yeah, like I feel like episode 2 literally just came out. It's
It
so
really
weird.
did.
I
It's
mean,
so
yeah,
weird.
but it's almost been a week now because it came out
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Saturday. So how was your week?
My week's been kind of weird. I don't know. Like it's kind of like I've been kind of up and down, I think. Today was just kind of an exhausting day, not because anything happened. I just woke up like bleh, you know. But yeah, I mean it's been all right. Well, my town is having this like carnival the whole weekend from today to Sunday, so I'm really excited about that.
Oh, that
I'm
sounds
gonna
fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go swing by. There's like rides and games and food and all kinds of stuff and music, and so I always go every year. It's kind of like when it comes around, it's kind of like the start of summer for me. So I'm excited for that. So I might swing by after we record this, to be honest, because I don't know what I want for dinner, so I might get something for dinner.
Ooh, you should get some fried Oreos there.
You're so
like
real.
those.
No, I literally first thing I thought of when I was on my way home, I was like, I need some fried Oreos. How about you? How was your week? What'd you
My week,
do?
oh my god, it went by so quick. Like I was saying, I feel like I did absolutely nothing. I'm sure I did stuff, but my memory is just like wiped. I don't know why. I mean,
I felt that. I was the same way.
yeah, and I was like still watching that anime that I was talking about last week, so I feel like I did the exact same thing. I'm still watching that, and then I was working on some music. I wasn't feeling inspired for like weeks, and then finally I was like, I need to write some stuff. I'm feeling a lot of things. So I've been doing that. Nothing crazy though. I haven't like done anything.
We are so synced because I wrote my first poem since May 23rd today.
Wait, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
I was so like out of it.
Oh my god. The way we got like unblocked creatively at the same time.
We're
That's
like,
and I feel
like
drained
linked
today too. Like I feel really tired for no reason
Do
because
you
I
remember
slept
that?
a lot.
Do you remember that time when you were telling me that you got like really drunk one night and like you woke up hungover the next day, and I was like, wait, when was that? And you said someday, and I don't remember what it was, and I was like, that's weird because I woke up feeling hungover that day and I had nothing to drink. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember. What the people at home don't know is that we're synced in every way. When we're feeling shitty, we're both like, feeling shitty.
It's so weird. Like she'll tell me like, oh, I felt this way the other day or whatever, and I'd be like, that's so weird because I felt the exact same way. It's so strange. It's so strange.
When I go through your tweets and stuff, you'll like write about how you're feeling. I'm like, me too.
Like
it's so
relatable. We're literally in sync.
We're the band NSYNC.
We are the band.
I'm Justin Timberlake.
No, I would stop. I was literally about to make that joke.
Name your top 3 favorite NSYNC songs.
I can't even name one NSYNC song. I fear.
Was never really a big fan of them. You know? Yeah.
All I can think of is the It's Gonna Be May. But that's because of the internet.
I've never like purposely listened to them.
No. I don't really I'm not a connoisseur of the 90s boy band. I fear.
Too mainstream.
I'm so weak. I was just thinking about that the other day, like mainstream versus like underground shit, and how like when I was younger I had such like a complex about it, and like I was like, oh, I need to be like quirky and like weird, but now I'm just like I will listen to Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush nonstop for like an hour, and then like listen to an artist that has like 3,000 people on Spotify. You know what I mean? Like I don't really care anymore. Like I can't make the mainstream bops not hit. You know what I mean?
I feel like I listen to mainstream music differently than other people do. I listen to mainstream music in an underground way.
I listen to it in a much more dynamic and artistic way.
There's more emotion in it for me.
I understand Do I Want to Know by Arctic Monkeys in a more complex way.
You guys would not understand.
You literally wouldn't. No, but it's so funny though, like because there's this person I see on my timeline that sometimes like I see their takes on like music or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be like, you're just saying that, like I'll be like, you're literally just saying that to be different, because it's like I'll see like all my other friends hyping up something, and then I'll see that one person be like, actually I didn't like it. I'm like, you're just saying that to be different. I don't know, like
That's how I feel about the new Inhaler song though, because
I
everyone's
knew
like,
you were gonna
I
bring that
love
up.
it,
I knew you were
and
gonna
I'm
bring
like,
that up. I knew it. Oh my god. Okay, so we're not going to spend too much time on
no,
this
no, no, no.
because like because
We
we
have a
actually have
lot
a
to
top
say about it, but like
we have a topic.
too
Maybe
much.
we have a topic that we picked and it has nothing to do with this, but all I'll say, we've already discussed this over text too and
Yeah,
voice messages, but I don't hate it. It's not a bad song. Like
it's well made.
yeah, it's a well-made song. The lyrics are catchy. It's fun. It's perfect for the summer. It's a summer song. It's literally a summer anthem. But and we'll both agree, it's so like it just feels like empty. Like it doesn't, like it feels like it's missing something. I don't know. Like you listen to their other songs and there's just like something there that is not in this new one.
It
I
feels
can't.
so manufactured to me. I don't know
Yeah.
why though, because it is fun, and I feel like
Yeah.
maybe in another life, another version of myself
Yeah.
would enjoy it. But like,
I think
it's
you
not
know what?
them. It's not
I
them.
think I think if they were a different band,
Yeah,
it
that's
would
what I'm
be different
saying.
because it's just not like, it feels kind of like it's weird because there are elements that are their elements, you know what I mean? Like there are elements of the song that it's like, this is an Inhaler song, but then you listen to it and you're like, you're like, what is this, and it's not like a bad song. Like I do enjoy it. When I was playing it, like I did enjoy it. It's fun to listen to in the car. I can imagine people listening to it, like going on a road trip and shit like that. But like, I don't know. It's just, it's not like it's not clicking. I don't know what it is. It's just there's just something missing to it.
Yeah. Part of me
But
thinks it's kind of annoying too.
I'm so weak.
Like to me, the chorus, like these are the days.
I listened
Like
to it. Listen, I listened to it like twice and I haven't since. I
what
know
were
it
you
just came out. It just came out like literally 2 days ago. But I I don't know. I put it on. I have a playlist. I don't know why I do this. It's actually really stupid. I have a playlist that I put an artist's entire discography on it, and I just like title it the artist's name. So I have an Inhaler one, and I have an Arctic Monkeys one. And I think it's because like, I don't know, like I don't like those like curated ones where it's like, this is Arctic Monkeys and then you listen to it. I don't like those. Something I don't know, it's weird.
it's
So
always
I make
missing like the best songs.
Yeah, I'm saying like, so I made my own and I have an Inhaler one and I put it on the Inhaler one. And I just like haven't touched it. I don't know. Like I haven't touched the song since it came out, since I listened to it once or twice. And I don't know. Maybe I'll listen to it again tomorrow. But like, I don't know. I feel like it. I think it'll be a good live song. But like,
Really? I think the opposite,
no, I
because I
think
feel like it
so.
doesn't go with their vibe live. Because live, they're kind of
I
like
feel like, you know what I think.
peanuts.
You know what I think. I feel like it might be better live
Oh, you're
because
right.
it'll be less
And
manufactured.
then also with the energy of the crowd with it, maybe.
Yes, exactly. Because there's a lot of there like a lot of there's they don't have a lot of songs, but like there are a few. There are a few. Oh my god, I slur my words together. I literally haven't had any alcohol in months. There are a few. I almost called them Arctic Monkeys. There are a few Inhaler songs. I'm all mixed up today. That when I like, I mean, I'll just tell a story. When we saw them, I think I already did. When we saw them live, I hadn't heard their album yet, and I forgot that I hadn't until like we were literally in line to go into the venue. And I remember I turned to Lennon and I was like, I forgot to listen to the album, and she was like, "You what?" And I was like, I forgot to listen to the album. I completely intended to listen to it and I completely forgot. And she was like, "What? You forgot?" So she's like, so you're just gonna hear like a lot of the songs live? And I was like, yeah.
But that's
Like I
kind of
have
cooler
it
sometimes, because
is,
then
and
you can
I
really
think it was a
experience
lot more
them.
fun. It was a lot more fun for me. I have the set list right there. Let's see. I think I had already listened to When It Breaks, Cheer Up Baby, My Honest Face, like the older songs I had already heard, you know, but like, and then like the singles that they released for the album, but the rest of that I hadn't heard at all. So like My King Will Be Kind, I need you to understand what that was like hearing that live for the first time. Like I was stressed. I was like, why are we yelling? I was like, what's going on? I was so scared, but it was really fun. But I think I think a lot of those songs, like I think were a lot better live, not
Oh.
because they're bad, but just because like when you listen, like I feel like that's the same for like a lot of artists. Like when you see them live, the songs are like a lot different, obviously, but they feel a lot different, you know. But I love how we have like a whole other topic. But anyways, I'll wrap it up, you know. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot better live because it'll have less of a like production, you know.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when things are like overly produced, it kind of makes
Yeah.
me hate them more.
It
Even if it's
is.
a good song, it's just like I love a roughness, a grit.
Yeah, and it's just it's a little too clean. And I think
I agree.
I would love, like I feel like if it I because I don't think the bare bones of it, I don't think it's a bad song. I think if they did it a little differently, I think it would have been a lot better. Um but
But to me,
yeah.
it just doesn't show growth in the band.
Yeah,
That's but
cuz
it's a fun
that's
song. I mean, like what
it
music's
is.
just fun, you know what I
It
mean?
is. It's fun. It's fun for what it is. Like it's you know, it's cute. It's a cute song. But
Mhm.
I hope that when they start releasing like the second album and stuff like that, I hope it's like wildly different because
Yeah.
I feel like they have the ability to like do so many different things. Anyway, this is not an
We need a
inhaler episode.
snippet. We gotta
This is
finish it.
not an inhaler episode.
It could be
Maybe
though.
maybe we could do an episode on
I feel like every
cover
episode's an
songs.
inhaler episode. I think we've
We
talked
find a
about that.
way. It's funny because they're
Recommend.
not even our favorite band.
No,
Like they're not even our
they're
favorite.
just fun to talk about.
They are. But like, and also it just came out, you know, so it's kind of on our
It's
minds. But
relevant.
anyways, it is relevant. Whatever. Anyways, I mean, go stream it if you want. Um, our topic today is seasonal trends.
Do you follow a lot
So
of trends?
that's a tough one because I wouldn't consider myself like a trend follower. You know, like with makeup, for example, you know how like makeup trends go in and out and stuff like that, and how like right now it's all about the like 90s or 2000s and people are getting like thin brows and stuff like that and that kind of makeup. I think it looks cool. Like I like seeing that. I like seeing people do the trend, but on myself, I'm sorry, I'm about to burp.
Do it. Burp into the mic.
No. I like seeing people do their takes on it. I love seeing that. I think it's so cool because I always think makeup is like an art form and just like practicing in trends, I think it can be like fun. But I don't do it myself, you know? Like I know what works for my face. And I mean, I'm talking about makeup specifically, but like, because that's a place that's like an area where trends are very prominent. But yeah, I mean, I know what looks good on my face. I know what I like and I follow that, you know, because now I have like a routine when I do my makeup. So I'm not gonna change that every time there's a new makeup trend because there's a new makeup trend every 5 fucking minutes. But and I'm never plucking my eyebrows. You're out of your mind.
No, I'm the same
I've
way.
never plucked them and I never will. I have bushy, thick, dark eyebrows and I will always keep them the same.
I love your
Because
eyebrows. I think they're the
oh,
perfect
thanks.
shape for your face too.
Thanks. I mean, I do like upkeep them, but
Mm.
I don't like do anything too crazy. I just clean up because my eyebrows grow very long, like they have like a wide surface area. So I just like clean them up a bit and like trim them because when my eyebrows grow too long, they start to curl.
Oh.
So thanks, Grandpa. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really, and now I'm like realizing because I've never really thought about it. I was like sitting today thinking about this topic. I don't really follow trends a lot.
Are you not a trend forecaster? Are you not on it?
Well, I know what trends are happening. But like I mean, like, I don't, if like, let's say like the whole Y2K thing, like that was going on, you know, and that's still going on, like with
Yeah.
clothes. I'm not gonna run out to buy low rise jeans.
They gotta let that one die.
They
I'm
do.
sorry. Low
The
rise
low rise,
jeans are like
yeah.
the
I mean,
worst to me.
I
But I
mean,
have a fupa, so I like to
yeah.
cover my fupa.
I just feel like low rise, like the people that look good at it, it's a very small percentage of
And they
people.
are lucky. You know, I
Yeah.
wish I could pull it off,
And
but
it's
it's
nice.
uncomfortable to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I always feel like they're falling down. And
Yeah.
it's I like seeing it when people wear it and they style it well and stuff like that. I think it's so sick. But like, I could never wear it. And my concern with low rise jeans is that I remember being younger and that being like the only thing around, like the low
Yes.
rise or the mid rise. And I hated low rise and mid rise. So when like 2014, 2015 started coming around, and then the high rise was like all the rage, the like mom jeans started coming into
Right.
style again, the 80s mom jeans. And I discovered high rise. I was like, this is it. This is the
It
thing
changed
for
my
me.
life.
Yeah, I feel
Because
like it.
I felt so unflattering and like everything. And I'm like,
Yeah,
why does this look good on everybody else, but
but
not
not me.
me?
Yeah.
And then when those came out, I'm like, my life's changed. I only
Yeah,
buy like stuff with high waist now. If
me
it's not covering
too.
my belly button, I don't want it.
I just feel like it like looks better on my body type, you know? And I think high rise looks good on everyone.
Same.
Honestly, I think it looks good and it fits well on everyone. But I mean, if you want to get low rise, go ahead, knock yourself
Yeah.
out, slay the day away with your little low rise jeans. But I mean, trends, it's a little weird now because they happen so quickly
Mm-hmm.
that I can't even keep up, you know? And if you ask, like, because the main topic is seasonal trends, so it's like what we think is going to happen because summer's on the horizon, you
Yes.
know. I couldn't even tell you what I think is going to be on trend for summer because it changes like every 5
I
days.
know. Honestly, I think we mentioned this in our first episode of the podcast, but I really think that the 2014 style is going to come back this
100%.
summer.
I'm seeing inklings of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a lot of people mention it. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it. A lot of the artists are coming back, you know, like Lana Del
Yeah.
Rey's working on an album. Sky Ferreira just came back.
And I
Who
think
else?
Arctic Monkeys are going to drop
Arctic Monkeys.
something.
Oh my god, they're gonna drop something by the time I fucking retire. Let's be honest. But like they're announcing tour dates, so they're coming back sometime soon within the next century. Um, who else is coming back? Oh, Two Door Cinema
Oh, yeah,
Club
I saw that.
has been dropping little hints. Um, Glass Animals dropped that song. Was it Glass Animals that dropped the song with Albert Hammond Jr.?
Yes.
They dropped a song recently. You know, so it's like all the Tumblr 2014 bands
Are
are
coming
kind of
back, and it's
coming
going to
back.
affect the style because everyone's brains are going to be running back to there.
Yeah, so and also just like naturally everyone's in like a mood with that. Like I've seen a lot of people talk about like Tove Lo on my timeline on Twitter
Yeah.
and you know, so I definitely think that that's going to come back. I thought it was going to
Mm.
make a comeback in the fall, but
But I think
it
it's going to
didn't.
switch up and come in the summer.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yes.
a lot of those tones would work more for the fall, but I think
Yeah.
a lighter, I
I
think a
feel like
version of the 2014 like Tumblr girl thing that's coming
mhm,
back, but it's gonna be a more summery version of that. Maybe
yeah.
even mixed with the art ho trend.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what
I
I
got
mean?
you. I
It
got
might be
you.
like a mesh of that.
Yeah. And I think maybe like it might trickle into the fall,
Mm,
you know? I think
yeah.
so. I definitely see that happening. And if so, slay
Bring it
because
on.
I didn't have the money to partake in it earlier. And I was
Same.
also like 13 or 14. So now I get to actually partake as an adult human being.
I think it's gonna be really healing for us.
It is. Oh my
I'm
God. I
actually
mean,
so excited.
I got my American Apparel skirts, my tennis skirts.
No, I just got a tennis skirt too, and I'm like, I can't wait to like
I got my
wear
tennis
this.
skirts, shaking them out, getting them ready. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. And I mean, speaking of Arctic Monkeys, I would love it if they, discovered the submit album button on Spotify, like right this
Yeah.
second. Every time I get a notification from them, it's
I
like
freak
new
out.
dates.
I freak out because I'm like, oh my god, it's time. And
I
then
was
they're
like,
just gonna be like, we're performing in Mexico. And I'm
we're
like,
performing at Columbia.
awesome.
Like,
But you know what?
okay.
I think since they're saying like all the stuff over there, soon they're gonna say America in the
Yeah.
UK.
Well, I mean, they tend to do this. They tend to
Yeah.
start doing dates, and then they announce an album or they play new songs at those dates.
Oh my
And
god. Do you
then
think we're gonna get a single this time or no?
yeah. I don't know. I feel like we might. I think Chocolatey Base was a little off the wall,
And they were
you
trying to be
know.
more secretive with that one, I felt. But this
Yeah.
one feels more secretive
Yeah,
than
because they
Tranquility
haven't said
Base stuff.
anything.
I know.
Because here's my thing is that Matt said, the drummer, by the way, for those
He's the
of you,
spokesperson now.
he's the spokesperson because he's the only one that's fucking active on Instagram.
Yeah.
But so he said that it won't, when this was a while ago, by the way, when they finished touring for Tranquility Base or towards the end of Tranquility Base, he said that it would not be another 5 years. The gag is it's been 4 years already. So
I think people could argue that the pandemic had something to do with it, but I'm
yeah,
telling
yeah,
you right now,
definitely.
even if the
No,
pandemic never happened,
even
it
if it
would
never happened, it
still
would still
not be
happen
out, you know?
because we are veterans of the Arctic
We've
Monkeys
been here too
rollout.
long.
We've been here too long. We know that they drag their feet when it comes to this shit, you know?
They're like, should we
Alex,
release it? I don't
Alex,
know. Let's wait a
Alex is a
couple years.
hermit. Alex is a hermit. He doesn't like leaving his house. So anything that keeps him from leaving his house, he's gonna act on it. I wouldn't be surprised if they deleted the album. I know he like found it and threw it out and like burnt it. I know. But yeah, I mean, I think yeah, the pandemic definitely had something to do with it. I remember there was like an interview a couple of years ago where Matt was like, "Oh yeah, we had something going and then the pandemic hit and then we had to rework it
Yeah.
because like things changed and
And
they're
they
the
were in
type of
different places. They
yeah,
weren't all
and
in the
they're
same
they're
place.
definite and they're the type of band that like they meet up in person and they play and they jam out and then they figure out what works. Like that's usually how they do albums. But yeah, I mean, I hope they release something soon because like it's so hard because everyone's like, where is it? Like now we know that it's like there. And Matt even said that it was like finishing
Done.
touches,
Yeah.
like that it's basically done. So everyone's like, where the fuck is it? Can you please just drop it? Like I'm sick. I'm sick of it.
Part of me also thinks maybe it's because like the physical production of the album could take a really long time because almost
Yeah.
all like vinyls are taking forever to be made and like
Yes.
physical copies. So they might be
Yeah.
like thinking, well, let's wait for everything to be ready and then we
Yeah.
can like send it out.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
that
know
when we
like other
release
band,
it,
yeah, because other bands, some people are waiting like forever still for like the album, the
yeah.
physical
Well,
copies.
like Courting. I mean, I pre-ordered an album of like their vinyl and it's like not gonna get here until like months from now.
Right.
So it's like, you know, but
Oh, you
yeah, I mean,
pre-ordered their album?
I did. I
I
wasn't
need
going
to. I
to.
need to.
I
Here's, I
wasn't
mean,
going to, but
oh,
because I didn't like the cover. I clicked on the link that they posted and I
you
was
don't like
like,
the
okay,
cover?
no, I think the cover's so ugly. And so I clicked on the link and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do this because I don't really like this cover. And so I was looking through the different options and then I found a cover that I really liked. It was like the purpley one. It was like a nighttime one of like the other cover and I thought it looked so much better. I loved it so much. And then I was looking through like what the vinyl actually had involved in it and it had some of the songs I really liked involved with that one because I think it was like a special version or something like that. So it had like an extra disc or whatever. Um and so I got that one instead, but it's like a really purpley one. It's really cool. Remind me to I'll show it to you.
I
But
really need to pre-order their album. I keep forgetting.
the
Also, I'm
shipping is
broke.
so the shipping
Expensive.
was
No,
so
I was
crazy.
pulling out like one of their other ones when they released their EP. You can't see it because of my
No.
background. When they released their EP, the EP was only like $10, but the shipping was $20.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Yeah. The
okay.
shipping, I think the shipping that I paid was around that too. It was so crazy. I
Hopefully
need
the
it.
album's good.
Yeah. Well, I a lot of the songs are ones that they already have on their Spotify.
Mm.
And then like a couple songs that I haven't heard
Oh,
yet.
I haven't looked at the track list.
Yeah, a few of them, a good chunk of the album. Is it an album or is it an EP? It's not very long. But a
Guitar
few of
music we're
them.
talking about, right?
Yes.
Yes. See,
Do
I
things
need to
like
keep up with them. I used to be like
yeah.
up their butt. Like I used to be in everything, like all their business, but then I've been just like busy. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the songs I recognize, which is why I got it because I was like, okay, well,
Oh.
I know I'm at least going to listen to like a lot of these. But yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I know in terms of my own life, the trends in my own life, um, and in music, I'm currently, speaking of courting, I'm currently in like a punky, like
Post-punk, Brit.
post-punk
Yeah,
Brit kind of moment. I've really been listening to Courting. I've been listening to Fontaine's
I
DC.
love them.
I love them so. I'm seeing them in October. I
Are
got
you? I'm
tickets.
seeing them in September, I think.
Oh my god, I got tickets. They're playing the Stone Pony, which is
That's
where,
so
which
cool.
is like an iconic. Like John Bon Jovi played there, Bruce Springsteen played there, and I it's funny because no one comes to New Jersey. I just like
Right.
doxed myself, but I mean everyone knows what the Stone Pony is, so no one comes to New Jersey. And so when I saw that, I was like, I need to see that. And I signed up for their newsletter because I wanted to get a pre-sale code because pre-sale was yesterday. Um, and I didn't check my email. Um, so I didn't see that I actually did get a pre-sale code.
Oh,
But I was messaging my friend from Twitter who also loves them. And she was like, if you don't get a code, I'll send you mine so that you can get the tickets. And I was like, thank you so much. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to get one because I had just signed up for the newsletter. So then we were messaging on Snapchat, and she sends me a screenshot. She was like, here's the pre-sale code in case you didn't get it. And I was like, thank you so much. And then I like logged in and I got on Ticketmaster and I got the tickets, and they were only like $35. They were
yeah,
so
that's not
cheap.
bad.
They were so cheap. And so I got like the protection thing too. I was like,
Oh,
this is amazing. I was like, this is so cheap. I was so excited. And so, yeah, I'm seeing them October. So exciting.
I hear they're really good live. I've never watched like any of their
Yeah.
like live
I
videos.
think I think my friend who got me into them, Craig, he was saying, I don't, has he seen them live? I don't remember if he's seen them live or if he is seeing them live. I think he's seen them live already.
Mm.
Um, but I think he's seeing them live too sometime soon. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love them. The lead singer is so cute.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen what they look like. I just listened to their like
Well,
their stuff.
they dropped a
Their new
video
album. Oh, a,
recently.
oh, a video.
Yeah, they well
Oh,
they call it a film.
oh,
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, but they dropped one for their song Roman Holiday. It's like a video. It's really cool. It looks really sick. So I haven't been able to watch it
when
though.
I was first listening to their new album with Roman Holiday, I thought it was gonna be a cover of the Nicki Minaj song.
Wait, why did I think the same thing?
I was
I
like,
was like,
am I ready for this? I thought it was gonna be like a post-punk kind of version of that song.
that would why would that kind of go off?
No, that's why I was like, hold on.
Fontaine's, please cover Nicki Minaj Roman
I know.
Holiday. Now I'm thinking about that. Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
No, it would. I love when like rock bands or like whatever do
Yeah.
pop,
Like hip
like
hop?
rap or like
Yeah,
pop or
or
like
hip
whatever
hop.
songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Oh
when
my
they dip out of
gosh.
their genre but change it into something else. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And like the other way around.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be really
Interesting.
funny. But yeah, so excited for that. But yeah, so I've been in that kind of vibe. What kind of vibe have you been in? What kind of trends are
Trends.
happening
Honestly,
in your life?
okay, here's the thing. With trends, I'm not a trend follower. I'm a trend setter. I swear. I
Exactly.
hate being that person who's like, I liked it before it was popular. I liked it before it was cool, but I am that person. Every time
Yeah.
something trends, it's something I was already into, so I'm already over it. That's why I feel
Yeah.
like I'm never like on it when everyone else is, because I'm like, I've
Yeah.
already been there, babe.
That's kind of
It's
like the
over.
yeah, that's kind of like how like with the whole Kate Bush running up that hill thing with Stranger Things. Like I've like me and my friends, I've been listening to that song for
Me
years. And of
too.
course, like I mean, I'm not special because it's like her most famous song and
Yeah.
it's from the 80s. Like it's an old fucking song. It's like a 40-year-old song. But um now it's like I feel like if I ever want to put it on my story, I feel like people are gonna think I saw it from like Stranger Things. But like I've literally been listening to it forever. And I mean there's no issue with like getting music from like shows or TikToks or I don't really care about that. Like I don't really mind if someone's like, oh yeah, I heard it from a TikTok. Like I know there's this whole thing where like indie music fans are like, oh, how'd you hear about them? And then the person's like, oh, I heard it from a TikTok. And then they're like, what? You heard it from a TikTok? Like, shut up. Like, literally, who cares? The amount, like, the weirdest, I will hear a great song in the weirdest of fucking places. Like, you have no idea. Like, I've like heard songs that I really liked in like while picking up like food, you know? So it's like, it really doesn't matter to me. Like I'll just be like, oh, that's really cool. Like, what do you think about it? Or have you listened to anything else? Or you should listen to this song from that artist, you know? It just it pisses me off. But like, I mean, yeah, like you said though, I am kind of like the hype is kind of already died down for me with some of those things because it's like you said, we're already past that, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. But it
Dude, know what that happens to me all the time? Because like with TikTok, I always feel like they're onto something after I've already been into it. Like
yeah,
half the music that blows up, I'm like, that's something I've
yeah.
listened to forever. And then sometimes I do feel like one of those people who's like, oh my God, why is it popular now? Like I hate that I'm like that, but like, I don't know. Matt Maltese, for example, I used to listen to him back in like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
No one knew who he was besides like in the UK. And then all of a sudden everyone's up his butt. And I'm like, been there, done that.
I'm crying. Well, that's like me with Good Looking by Suki Waterhouse. Cause
Oh,
I've been listening to her since like before Joanna came out. Like
I think you
bef-
were the first person to ever play her for me.
was I?
Yeah.
Oh my god, my sleigh. No, but I literally I started listening to her before Joanna came out. And I remember when that came out and the video came out and stuff like that. And like I'm talking like she only had 4 songs on her Spotify. So I had to deal with those 4 fucking songs.
Hmm.
And Good Looking is my favorite song by her. And
It is a
so
good song.
when it started like popping off on TikTok, which by the way, that's like an old song. Like that song came out like what was it, like 6 years ago or something? Four
Oh, I
years
didn't
ago?
realize it was that old.
It came out a while ago. And so like it's funny because now it's like popping off. And it's weird because I remember like listening to it and I was like, why has this never gone viral on like TikTok? Because it's such like a TikTok song. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds like a kind of song that someone would use behind like an aesthetic video or some shit. And now they are. But I remember when I saw it, and that was like one instance, like literally the only instance where I was ever like, I need to gatekeep this song because like it's my favorite. And like I knew that like the people on TikTok would do that like sped up shit that they do.
They do like a nightcore version where
Yeah,
it's like
I'm like, what is the
sped up.
purpose of this? And now like I hear it sometimes when I like scroll my reels because I deleted and deactivated my TikTok. um
Oh,
yeah,
I
cut out
didn't
the
know about
toxicity
that.
in my life. Oh yeah, i I didn't use it. So but and like the videos come to Instagram anyway, so sometimes when I'm bored I like scroll reels, and sometimes I'll hear that nightcore ass sound and I'm
And
like,
you'd be
what?
like,
I'm like, why would
I
you
know
guys
the
do this?
original version.
I was like, y'all are annoying. So yeah, I had like a brief moment where I was like, I need to gatekeep this song.
Mm.
I don't really care anymore because it's still my favorite song by her, and it's still a good song whether or not it's viral on TikTok. And in case you guys didn't know, when something goes viral on TikTok, the world keeps going.
What? I didn't know that.
I know, right? Gag.
My world doesn't.
But
My world goes.
yeah, I feel like so many people are like it like literally ruins their life when their favorite song by like an underground artist, quote unquote underground artist, like goes viral and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't like this anymore." I'm like, "Is it really going to kill you if you like something that's popular?"
Dun dun dun. But
Is
then
it?
sometimes I feel like there's like another side to it where maybe that song's like so special to you and your
Yeah.
special song, and
Yeah.
then everybody starts listening to something
Yeah,
that
and then
you used to listen
especially
to at a certain
yeah.
time or like
Like I totally get it because like Good Looking is like that for me. Like it's
yeah.
something I associate with, like, it's very special to me. And and I it can like, I guess it can like and I'm more so talking about people that like the minute it goes viral, they're like, "Oh, I can't listen to this anymore because it's mainstream."
Oh.
Rather than like I know that if one of my favorite songs, if I was still on TikTok, I know that I would, every video I would watch would be that song because everyone wants to get like a viral video. So that song's popping off. So everyone would put that sound on their video so that when people click on the sound, they see their video, whatever, algorithms and viral. Um, I know that if I scrolled through TikTok, if I still had my TikTok and I scrolled, I would get annoyed with it because it would be every single video.
Yeah.
And even now, like hearing the Nightcore version pisses me off because that's what it is. It's Nightcore. Okay. Kids back in the day, we had Nightcore.
Yeah.
We had Alvin and the Chipmunks edits and Nightcore. Okay. Get with it. So I know that it would just piss me off if I just heard that over and over and over again.
Because it makes the song not feel as special and makes you not want to listen to it anymore.
Yeah. It's like it wears it out,
Yeah.
And it's different. It's different than when I'm in like this is the only song I can listen to right now kind of headspace. Because that happens to me. Like the other day I was listening to Running Up That Hill for hours on end because it was just the only song I wanted to listen to.
It's been stuck in my head so much.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to it now. That happened to me because I've been scrolling through TikTok and that's the only song that's been on there. I'm like,
that's another
I haven't even watched the new season of Stranger
Me neither.
Things. And I'm like, I don't even, what's going on here?
Honestly, I feel like, because this always happens, I always tend, and this isn't because I don't want to enjoy things that are mainstream. It's because I always tend to wait until the hype and the chat
dies down.
About something that just came out dies down to watch it, because I don't know, it's just I'm like
there's less pressure on it.
And I'm surrounded by it everywhere, and like now I'm like I hear about it all the time anyway, and I feel like I won't be able to enjoy it.
Right. No, when people hype things up when they first come out, I can't do it.
Yeah.
That happens to me with a lot of albums too. Like I'll wait to listen to them. Like with the Inhaler one, I did listen to it right away, but then I stopped listening to it for a while until we actually went to go see them.
Yeah, like I think that's and I mean going back to that, like I'm kind of glad I didn't listen to it beforehand, because like experiencing a lot of those songs live for the first time was like really sick. Like it was just it really added to the experience. So now when I listen to the songs, I'm like, oh my God, like I remember hearing this live, and like, so I feel like by the time that the talk dies down, like maybe in the lull between this part and part two, maybe I'll watch it, because I do want to, but I can't do it right now. I'm just so overwhelmed because everyone's talking about it. It's everywhere. All the jokes are everywhere. All the memes are everywhere. And I'm just so overwhelmed.
It makes me not want to watch it.
Yeah, it makes me not want to watch it because it's like everywhere.
It doesn't feel right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page about that, because I felt like a freak because everyone's like, have you watched it? Have you watched it? I'm like,
no, because everyone, my parents are watching it right now.
Yeah, my dad
loves Stranger Things. They love Stranger Things because it's different for them, because they were literally alive in the 80s. Like my dad was like a grown-up. He graduated high school in 1980. So it's like they like watching it because they like that nostalgia factor and like the songs that they play in it and stuff like that. But they just really like Stranger Things, and they started watching it. And so they're watching it. One of my close friends watched it. All these people watched it on my timeline, and all the like people that I follow on Twitter, like the micro celebrities, watched it and they talk about it. And it's just everywhere and everyone's talking about it, and that's fine. Like I don't really care. I mean, it's not like this is an underground show, it's Stranger Things. But I can't do it. I have to wait until the hype dies down, because it's just so much. I'm like I haven't, like we said, I haven't watched it and I'm overwhelmed already. It makes me not want to watch it right now. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happened with Parasite. Like I really wanted to watch it and I still do, but I haven't yet. And it's not because I'm not avoiding it. It's just like people were talking about it nonstop, and I was just kind of like, I need to pause, not watch this for a while. So I really need to get around to watching that, because I've wanted to watch it so bad for like the last year and a half or so since it came out, but I can't do it. It always, and that's what happened with Squid Games.
Yeah.
I feel like if I heard about Squid Games, is it Squid Games or is it Squid Game? It's Squid Game, isn't it?
Yeah.
if just randomly saw Squid Game on the Netflix page and was like, oh, what's this? And I clicked on it, I probably would have actually watched it. But it was everywhere. And then it like became capitalismed. So now I'm like,
That's another side of trends that I hate. When things start to trend,
yes.
they so fastly become like merchandise or
Yeah.
just like something to sell. And it's like,
Immediately.
I
It
hate it
kind
so
of
much.
it kind of cheapens the message.
100%.
Especially with a piece of media like Squid Game, where that's literally
So
like
anti
it's
that. Yeah.
commentary on cash grabs. It's
Yeah.
commentary on that kind of stuff. And then to see it be so merchandised and marketed and stuff like that, so much so that I see like even now they still have like Squid Game shit going on. But it's and then it's become so far removed now that it's like, and I mean, yeah, that's the one thing I hate about trends is it becomes so big so quickly that it's in everyone's face all the time, and it's like everyone's talking about it, everyone's buying things to do with it, whatever, like, and it gets so overwhelming, like even if I wanted to partake, I couldn't because it's just so much all the
I
time.
hate hearing so many opinions about one thing.
Yeah.
It makes me not want to have anything to
Yeah.
do with it.
Yeah, the whole culture of like I need to weigh in on this is like, no you don't, because I guarantee your opinion has already been stated.
100%. I
And
feel like
it's,
everyone feels like they need to have a microphone or a megaphone
yeah,
to scream their thoughts on everything.
yeah,
It's like, maybe just keep it to yourself.
especially when it's like something that wasn't made for a specific audience, and a person of that audience is like, I didn't like this and this is all the issues with it because I didn't like it, it didn't relate to me. And it's like, well, surprise, that wasn't made for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whoa, like
Mm-hmm.
there's so many things where it's like that was made with a specific audience in mind, and the reasons why you dislike it is because you don't fit that demographic. And I and that's another thing with trends is it's like it's not going to work for everyone, it's not going to be the pinnacle of things for everyone, whether that's like fashion trends or makeup trends or music trends or hair trends or whatever. Like it's not going to work for everyone. And just and two things, just because it didn't work for you doesn't really mean it's a bad trend or doesn't mean that it's ugly.
Yeah.
And just because it did work for you doesn't mean that you can clown people that it didn't work for and them saying that, like if someone's like, oh, like I like that trend but it didn't really work for me, or oh, I don't really like that trend because I tried it and I didn't really like how it looked on me, or whatever the trend is, and like people will get so mad. They will get so mad. They'll be like, well, maybe you didn't do it right, maybe it's user error, maybe like, hold on, pause, please step back. It's okay if a popular thing doesn't work for someone.
Yeah.
But
Especially if it's a trend. It's a reason it's called a trend.
yeah,
Like,
like that's another thing. It's like I don't really it's like cringy to me when people go so far in on trends and then it lasts for like 5 minutes, and then now you have like no eyebrows because you did the thin brow trend.
and trends are so rapid and extreme right now.
Yeah.
I feel like over time they've just gotten more and more quick. But
Yeah,
also everyone's so extreme about them
exactly.
and
Like,
puts everything into something that lasts, like you were saying, like 5 minutes.
yeah, and it gets so played out,
Mhm.
because especially with social media, it's like everyone does every single variation of it within like a week, and then it's done. Then it's over with, you know? Like previously it used to be that a trend lasts for years,
Yeah.
When you look at like decades ago, centuries ago, like there were trends, quote unquote, that lasted for like 5 years, 10 years, a whole decade,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like now a trend lasts 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you'll go on Twitter or TikTok or Instagram on Monday, and everyone's raving about whatever. Everyone's raving about some, like, I don't know, clothing silhouette trend. Everyone's wearing it. You're seeing it all over your Discover pages and shit like that.
The next week
By
it's something else. The next
by
day it's something.
by Thursday morning, that's all done. It's something else. So it's like it's so I can't, you can't even follow them, you can't even predict them. And I feel like if you try to be like, oh, summer 2022 is going to be all about the color teal.
Yeah,
like,
maybe for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you can't even say that, because maybe it will be for like a day, and then everyone will be on to a coral or whatever, you know?
It's like nothing lasts long enough to enjoy it.
Exactly. And it also is kind of a nightmare for like TV shows and movies and stuff like that, because those take forever to make. And then you have
It's all
them,
outdated by the time it comes out.
there's so little time to just do anything with the trend, you know? And movies and television, they do it, and then by the time you actually get the show, it's like, that's like 15 trends ago, you know? That was like,
I wanted to ask you something. So with a lot of like fashion trends now, I feel like within like the last year or over a year, like I feel like everyone in New York wears like the max, like the most stuff at once. So like I don't know how to describe it, but they'll put on like a million layers, but they don't go together at all. It's like the most at once.
Yeah.
It'll be like they'll first put on like a dress or something, and then they'll put on like a gigantic coat, and then something over that coat, and then like fashion.
Oh, like layering, yeah.
It's not even just layering, it's just like so much at once that don't go together. So it'll be like a green dress, a bright fluorescent pink vest over that, and then just like a bunch of stuff that doesn't really mix, and they're like Y2K, but it's not even Y2K. It's just like a bunch of stuff all at once. But I feel like that's such a trend in fashion right now.
Yeah.
It's not coherent, like just random
I feel
stuff.
like, you know what it is? I do like when things are a little balls to the wall, kind of wacky. And I feel like there is a way to do it where it works. And I do see like a layering thing a lot. Like when you go to New York, everyone's got like a million layers on. It like layering is a big thing. Fashion is totally like up to you, like what you wear, what you feel comfortable in, what you like.
I guess it's the personal style trend.
Yeah, it's like it's personal style, and
just like that. You can't even see it.
No, I can't. Yeah. But like I yeah, like your personal style is up to you, and you shouldn't be relying on like what's in and what's out to decide that. You know, whatever you like, whatever you feel best in, you're gonna look best in, because you'll feel you're at your, you know, your best. What that sentence was that struggle to get out. But yeah, I mean, it's not my taste. I think it looks a little you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like, you know, do you remember the store Justice?
Yes.
That's what it kind of looks like.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Justice, which if you don't know what Justice is, are they even still around?
I think they are. It's just like a teen.
It's a tween
store.
It's
and
like
everything's
early
like
teen.
Bright pink.
Yeah,
early 2000s, but they haven't, and like sequins, they haven't left.
It was
early 2000s.
It was a thing when I was like 13, and I remember they had like cheetah print and zebra print things, and it was like neon pink and neon colors and sequins and like taco puns, you know. It was like really, it was like Jojo Siwa kind of, you know. It was very bright clothing for like 10 to 14-year-old girls. Maybe 14 is pushing it, you know. That's what you showed me kind of reminded me of. But and there's no problem with that. I mean, like, if
everyone can dress how they want to dress.
Yeah, if you like to wear that,
opinion.
You know, my opinion is that I like it when people look a little crazy, you know. I think I like it when because New York, you'll have some outfits in New York that you're like, whoa, you know, and not in a bad way, like in a like, whoa, that's sick, you know. Would I wear it? No. But um I think there is a way to do that in a cool way versus just putting whatever together and being like,
Yeah.
this is like style, this is like fashion, you know, like it annoys me when people like um try to put like a weird outfit together and they try to think that they did something. And I'm not talking about like that's actually their personal style. I mean like
They're
them
doing it
trying,
like just to look different.
yeah, they're
They are
doing it just,
purposely trying to look different.
yeah, yeah. I hate when people do that because it's
Yeah.
like just wear what you want to wear, you know. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't wear it, but
Yeah.
kind of slay that she is. I mean, good for her.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, I follow that girl. I like everything she posts. But I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people look at that and then they start thinking, "Hey, I need to do that cuz I want to look
Yeah,
different." And then
that's where things
it's
get
not like
rocky.
they shouldn't. It just doesn't suit
No,
them.
I saw this kind of ties into this, but I saw a tweet about this about like aesthetics and how people have reduced a lot of things to just an aesthetic. So it's like when
Mm.
you're on TikTok and someone posts like an outfit, you'll always see a comment like, "What aesthetic would you say this is?" And it's like, what are you talking about? It's a skirt and a top. Like I don't fat
You
like
know why they ask that? So they can go on Pinterest, type that in and
exactly.
look at the inspo.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm not above looking up style inspo on Pinterest and, you know, having like an aesthetic board. Because an aesthetic that I really like is the quote unquote dark academia aesthetic.
Right.
But that's just because I like period piece movies like Pride and Prejudice and um, Jane Eyre and Anna Karenina and stuff like that, like movies that take place in a very different time period. I love those movies and I love literature and I love um, looking at old architecture, which are all parts of that quote unquote aesthetic. And it just happens to be easier to look that up when there's a name for it. But when it comes to clothing, I've like had the same kind of um I don't want to say I've had the same kind of style for a while. I've had the same um like attraction towards a certain style of clothing or outfits or whatever for a while. And I do have like a Pinterest board of outfit ideas, which can be very helpful when you're trying to figure out your style or when you're like, oh, I really like these things, these pieces, these styles of clothing, the silhouette, but I don't know how to style it. I don't know how to put these things together. It's really helpful when you go on Pinterest or,
Yeah.
you know, whatever kind of inspo website you want to use and you save things, outfits that maybe you have a top that looks just like the one in the picture, or maybe you have a pair of jeans that is like the one in the picture. It's good to go on those sites and save those pictures and be like, okay, well now I have an idea of what to put together. But when it's like a trend thing, like how everyone was dressing cottagecore when cottagecore was a thing, or now like the Y2K thing, you know, it's like just because something is popular doesn't mean you have to, that's how you have to dress, you know.
Right.
And TikTok is so bad with that because it's like everyone jumps on that trend because they want to get on the For You page, they want to get a lot of views, they want to get a lot of likes, whatever, that's fine, whatever.
But then they lose like their personal style.
Yeah, and then you have a whole bunch of people seeing everyone wearing the same thing, and then it's like, okay, well that's in, that's what I have to wear to look good, to get viral, to get likes and stuff like that. And it's like, no, because this is the same even without TikTok's influence. Not everything is going to look good on you,
No, exactly.
or not everything. I don't want to say that because like,
No, that pulls it back to like the low rise stuff. That doesn't look good
yeah,
on
like,
us, but it looks good on
yeah,
other people. Like
yeah,
we don't have to wear that.
yeah. And honestly, like, I don't think that doesn't look good on you is a good way to put it. I just think it's
It doesn't
sometimes,
feel good.
yeah, it may not feel good when you wear it, or you may not like how you look in it, or
Mm.
it just may not work with your body type or whatever it is. Or you may get that, you know, skirt that's going viral on TikTok, and you may get it and you may try it on, And you may be like, I fucking hate this skirt. This looks completely different in real life than it does in a video.
And then you spent all your money on that.
Yeah. Like, do you know how I used to work at a clothing store, and do you know how many times people would come in and they would ask for the quote unquote TikTok corset?
Did they really say
that? Yeah, they would come in and they would ask for it. We would know what it is because everyone would buy it. And now everyone has it. And like, I remember when it first was put on the shelves, and I was like, oh, I really like how that looks. Like, I kind of want to get it now. But now everyone has it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm kind of over this piece now, because like everyone's worn it every kind of way. And I'm so tired of seeing it. I'm so tired of people wearing it.
Right.
But so many people come in and they tried it on and then they wouldn't get it because it doesn't look good on everyone, or they didn't like how it looked, or they would always come out, they'd be like, oh, I don't really like how this looks. I don't like how this fits. I thought this would fit a lot different, because the people that you're seeing wearing it sometimes have very different bodies. So it's like, it kind of annoys me when I read that tweet about the aesthetics and how everything is an aesthetic now, and how, people will be like, oh, what aesthetic is this? It's like, I remember when it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
When it was just like aesthetic was loose, it wasn't like everything was an aesthetic. Aesthetics did exist, but it wasn't like everyone was living their life by an aesthetic. And it's like, it's nice to like, fantasize about that. Like, it's nice to be like, oh, I really like the cottagecore aesthetic. I'd like to imagine myself, fantasize about myself in a cottage or in the south of France or whatever. It's nice to think about that, but like, don't live your life in accordance with an aesthetic or a trend.
Yeah. It's like living in a bubble.
Yeah, because like, that's not really feasible. Not everything is going to align with your aesthetic, and I mean, like I said, it's not like I'm looking down on aesthetics. I partake in them. I think it's fun to have those like ideas and stuff like that. Like, I save the stuff to my dark academia board because I really like how that decorating works. And I've always liked that kind of look. And so it's nice when I save things to a board dedicated to that, or dedicated to how I want to decorate, so that when I do eventually get the opportunity to decorate my space, I have ideas. Aesthetics are fine when you use them as a jumping off point.
Yeah.
They get tricky when you live by them. When you're like, oh, I can't wear that because it doesn't fit my aesthetic. What?
I can't believe there's people like that, because I know they exist. They're like, it doesn't fit my aesthetic.
Yeah,
I can't.
There's people that are like, oh, I can't take pictures here because it won't fit my aesthetic. What are you talking about? Or like, if you like a piece of clothing and you're like, oh, I can't get this because I have a whole aesthetic going on, I can't change that. If you like it and you're going to wear it, get it.
Mm-hmm. People just like limit themselves.
Exactly. And I mean, it does go the other way, where this is kind of off topic, but it's like, it does go the other way, where you buy something that's like, you like it. And this is specifically about, why am I even talking about this?
Just say it.
So it's like, it's not even bad. I just don't know why I'm talking about it, because it really has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But it's like, because I mentioned about like, if you like something and you think you'll wear it, buy it. And I mean that very seriously. Like, if you genuinely think you'll wear something more than like 3 or 4 times, get it.
But if you're just gonna wear it once,
if you see that and you're like, oh, I really like that, and you get that and you wear it once and you never wear it again, like, Bozo the Clown, hello, they're asking for your clown shoes back. Like, what the hell? But because I've definitely been guilty of that, where I buy something, I'm like, I really like this, I'll wear it, oh my god, I love it so much, and then I get it and then I don't wear it ever again.
I think that happens a lot with people too, because they'll buy like a lot of statement pieces, but they forget that you need the basics in your wardrobe as well to build an outfit.
Exactly.
And I think I've fallen victim to that too, because what they show you with the trends, they'll show you so much statement.
You know, like, what that ties pieces. It in. That ties in what I was trying to say. No, it really does.
Because like then it's like, well, and then once the trend passed or the aesthetic's over, it doesn't, like, you don't want to wear it anymore.
It doesn't last.
Yeah.
It doesn't last. You then you're like, okay, well, now that's not in anymore, which it doesn't really matter what's in or what's not. If you still like it, still wear it, no one's going to
Yeah.
care. And if someone comes up to you, they're like, that's out, haven't you heard? There's a new TikTok trend. Like, oh
Just
my
like
God, no one's going
brush
to
them
say anything
aside.
to you.
No one's gonna say that.
Literally, in real life, in the outside world, when you leave your house, when you turn your computer off, when you turn your phone off and you go outside, literally
Nobody
no one's
talks
going to
like
say
that.
shit. No
Yeah.
one's going to talk. No one's going to say shit. And if they do, they're a loser.
Also, you know something, this is kind of off topic, but it's not. Something that I find so strange is that the internet really is a small place, because you'll think of something that's a trend, and when you see people in real life, they don't know what's going on. They've never
Yeah.
heard of that in their lives. Or like sometimes I'll like wear fashionable things or something, and like the people in my everyday life, say I go to like a job or something, they'll be like, "Oh, I've never seen anything like that before," and I see it all over the internet.
Yeah. It's
So
like
I'm like,
already done, you know? Like the trend's
yeah,
already over with, and then you're wearing it and it's already done online, but then you go out and people are like 15 trends behind. They're
yeah.
like, whoa, you're ahead of your time, you know? And you know what? Zip my mouth, you know? Fine. I'm a trendsetter. So be it. But
It's
like,
so weird how like it's so different,
it
like
is
online and
like
in real life.
in real life, a lot of the shit does not matter. So if
Hmm.
you're ever worried that like, oh, I have this aesthetic that I bought into and I still like it and I still want to wear it, but no one's talking about it anymore on TikTok and it's not popular anymore on Instagram. What do I do? Do I change? Do I go, mold myself to the new aesthetic? No. First of all, stop looking at your style as an aesthetic. Look at your style
As your
outside of
style.
trends as your style, as something like, I like to wear this. I look good in this. I feel great in this because okay, with fashion, with your personal style, it's literally, it has nothing to do with what the clothes look like. It has very little to do with what the clothes look like. Because if you put on like a plain white t-shirt and you feel amazing in it,
Wear it.
wear it. That shit's gonna look so good. That's gonna look fresh off the runway because you're gonna feel great in it. Because I've definitely, when I was a teenager, I've bought into styles that are in on trend, and I would put them on and I'd be like,
And
I
you didn't
hate how
feel
this
good
looks,
in it.
and I didn't
Yeah.
feel good in it, and then I looked bad because I didn't feel good. And then I was like, I don't know why it doesn't work for me. I don't know why it looks good on everyone else. I don't know why it doesn't work for me. And then I started looking at stuff that I actually liked, and I started getting stuff that I actually liked and putting that on. And the difference in how you look to both yourself and other people
Is
when
how
you
you
wear,
feel.
yeah, and when you feel great about how you look at yourself and you're like, I look so fucking good. And people look at you, they're like, you look so fucking good. I got more compliments on outfits that were maybe not on trend, but I felt amazing in, than outfits that were maybe on trend and I didn't feel as great in.
It's because confidence is part of the outfit.
Yeah.
If you feel
Confidence,
confident in something, it's
know?
gonna look 10 times better than if you're like,
Exactly.
I don't know, guys.
Because you could feel so like not confident in a full designer outfit, thousands of dollars of clothes, and you'll look like crap because you'll feel like crap. But if you wear like a Walmart t-shirt that costs you $5 and like thrifted jeans that cost you $3 and a pair of like worn Converse, whatever, and if you feel like $1,000,000, you're gonna look $1,000,000. So to wrap it up, because I'm seeing the timer now, we should probably wrap up this probably really long episode that we spent too long talking about inhaler. But to wrap it up with trends, it's fun to partake in them, but just remember that they are temporary, that they're ephemeral.
They're too short to live by.
Exactly. They're too short to live by. And when it comes to trends and aesthetics and stuff like that, don't get so caught up in them. It's fun to see them as jumping off points, as foundations for whatever it is. But don't get so sucked into them that you feel like you have to live by them. Because then you'll find yourself in a very sticky situation where you feel trapped and you're like, I don't know what the fuck to do because I've lived my life around this whole trend and now I don't know what to do because I'm not into it anymore.
You can lose your sense of self.
Exactly.
Don't lose yourself in the trends.
Exactly. When you start looking at what you feel great in and what you think you look good in and what you're comfortable in when it comes to fashion and stuff like that, makeup and hair, whatever, that's when you'll start looking great. It's not about what's on trend. It's not about the hit aesthetic at the time.
And it's not about other people's opinions either.
Exactly.
It's about your opinion.
It's about your opinion and how you feel in what you're putting yourself in and what you're doing and whatever, you know? So don't let that get you, you know? Anyways,
that was it.
That's it
I
for
think
this
we
one.
really went into it though.
We did. We really got into it.
We got into it.
We did. So
it was good.
Yeah. So
that was fun.
That was fun. That's our
There's
episode.
another episode. Yeah.
Episode 3.
Oh
Stay tuned for episode 4. But I swear I'm gonna blink and then we're already gonna be recording episode 4. Crazy how fast it's going. But
I'm taking in the moment now.
I know, right? Breathing in the moment. Well, thanks for hanging out with us again.
Yeah.
That was fun. I'm Dee.
I'm Lennon.
See you next week.
Oh, see you next week.
Were you about to be like, this was too good?
No, this was 2 P's on a pod.
I thought you were gonna quote something. That was too good. Let's get the bill per. This was 2 P's on a pod. The absolute chaotic mess that it was. See you next week.
Somehow it's still coherent. It all ties in.
Somehow we'll tie it in at the end.
All right. See you next week.
See you next week, baby.
Bye.